All right, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to Chess with Chris. Thanks to. I want to say hello to all the VOD people. Looks like no one's in the chat yet. So the plan for today that I had was just to simply play a bunch of 10-minute games until we get enough people in the chat that wants to play, and then we'll play a viewer tournament, Blitz tournament though, not 10 minutes. So I think I'll go ahead and click the 10-minute button and go ahead and start. So here we are. Wow, these pieces are really lagging behind, aren't they? Sometimes they really lag behind my mouse. Hope I can avoid that in the future. So I just take here, and play knight bishop here, e3, bishop here, queen here. I think he's supposed to castle there. Okay, he just delayed it by one move. Alright, so I'll just castle myself. I think the idea is to play e3 and e4. We can carry on with that right away, I think. Maybe knight g3. Yeah. He's threatening my bishop. Also preventing e4 by attacking this pawn. Maybe I'll just take the knight. And now I need to rearrange a little bit to be able to protect d4. Let's put the queen over here. That way, once I play e4, the queen will be defending d4. Oh, but now he's got two minor pieces on it actually. So I should think about that. And my opponent is playing well. I haven't seen anyone meet this this plan, trying to play e4 as well as he has. He's given me issues here. Put the bishop back. That supports this pawn. Giving up the two pieces I don't think is so good. So I can go ahead and play it now. The idea is to play here, or to recapture with the pawn if he lets me. So takes and takes. That's a good idea. And of course if he takes here, fine with that too. Okay, why did the music stop? Alright, here we go again. So I think pushing my pawn here, pawn's on the dark squares, right? Because I have the light square bishop. But now the queen is here. Oh, but the bishop is being blocked by e5, so it's okay. And the knight here would be good. So this was an issue before I put my knight there. Now knight here is the idea. So as to put his knight here, I guess. I think my knight here is going to be fine. Bishop here would do a nice job of preventing knight here, because it just gives him an isolated pawn, and his rooks are kind of silly behind his pawn. Is that really the best move? Bishop here. And all I'm doing is trying to stop him from doing what he wants. Surely I can do more than that. What about here? Yeah, it's actually a decent attacking move. He's got bishop here though. But then I take this pawn. Okay. Of course, this pawn is hanging after the knight moves. So that may not be ideal. The knight shielding the rook from attacking this pawn is kind of it's kind of a big deal actually. Maybe knight here first, and then I could take here. So right now the threat is just knight takes pawn. Of course, then he would come here, right? Okay, so now knight up here. Yeah, but then the knights are tied together, right? Like this knight would be tied to defending that knight. But I suppose like the idea could be to move my knight forward somewhere, like up here. I don't know. Knight here and here to remove the defender. That might be okay. Still seems like an okay move. Taking away squares from his queen. Oh, he wants to trade. Okay, I guess that's not a bad plan. He's not winning material or anything, is he? He's just relieving the pressure on the F file. Okay, now knight here. So the idea is this pawn and this bishop. Maybe h3 would be good prophylaxis. I don't want the bishop coming here, but I suppose you could just. Okay, so now I can just take the bishop. That's fine. He has to take back with a pawn, which gives him a worse pawn structure. All right, let's double up on the open file. Hey, Swagot. Yeah, Friday is just this week. This week is Thursday and Friday, and I'll be back to Monday, Tuesday next week. I suppose he wants to play knight here now. That would be unpleasant. Knight here also hits the rook, but that's not as bad. Yeah, this is my weak point, right? If I play rook here, because he's also threatening to just take here, so maybe I'll just take the knight and then defend my pawn. But him relegating me to defense is not fun. Like, wish there was an more active plan for my knight. Yeah, but him getting his knight here was something I shouldn't have allowed. But now that he's there, what should I do? I think my... This work's not doing much on this file. Maybe over here. I think I should trade first and then go here. I'm expecting like moves like this, and then this pawn's gonna be tough to defend. So I'm not really sure what to do here. If he plays bishop a6, I have to go like rook f6, I think, to prevent bishop here. I'd like to be able to put my rook here, but bishop here forks the king and bishop, or forks the king and pawn. Oh wow. He realizes this pawn's pinned, so that not only does that allow this, you can just play here. Wow. That was a good spot. And it looks like I'm losing all of my center pawns. Like, he moves his bishop. I don't know. I don't know what I can do, really. Maybe this pawn's weak and I can target it somehow. Yeah, this looks lost now. Steady pawn, average central pawn control. No. Steady pawn is a measurement of the difference between your move and the computer move. Oh, that's check. Missed that. I was thinking after he takes this one, I would go here, but yeah, this is check. Now he's going to push here, and I'm going to resign. Actually, push here, I can take this one. But yeah, I have very little winning chances now. Very little. If I could somehow manage to trade rooks, I might have a chance of drawing this, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, steady pawn means 1/100th of a pawn in the same way that a centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. Steady pawn means 1/100th of a pawn. So if you have a 30 steady pawn loss, that means your average move lost 1/3 of a pawn compared to the best computer move. Yeah, he's playing super well. I don't know how to deal with this. I really don't. Like he's just finding the defensive moves that I can't even see. Like I keep finding moves that I think are good, and then he finds defenses that are better than what I can predict. Yeah, no problem, Spy God. I think he did miss this move, attacking my rook and my bishop at the same time. But Okay. I definitely want to trade rooks. Oh, he's just taking this pawn. I'm blind. Okay, it's the first game of the stream. You know, actually, I didn't have any coffee today, and I feel like that's gonna. I mean, I may be a little bit superstitious when it comes to coffee. And why? What is going on? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna resign this. I'm gonna put on Lichess TV for 1 second. Swigod, stick around for a minute. I'm going to get myself a quick coffee and come right back. It'll be like 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, and I'm back. All right. So let's see if I can get another game or two. Some more 10-minute games. I made myself a quick iced coffee. Good stuff. All right, Caro-Kann. Okay, so c5 or c4. I usually go d5 here, just for consistency. I'm not sure that d5 is actually the best answer to this, but we will see. So now it's almost as if I've played a Scandinavian. Except the white c pawn and black's d pawn is missing. Okay, knight f3. I think I'll pin that. It's a good move. So I'll complete my queenside development and maybe think about coming here. There's a question as to where do I want the queen. Over here might be okay. With my c pawn already vacated, it's nice to have this retreat square for her. Normally I want my bishop coming out this way, so d6 is not an option. It's nice that my light square bishop's already developed, so actually d7 is an option. So queen d7 or queen a5, one of those two. Queen a5 definitely looks more active, but also more vulnerable. I suppose there's also this move, queen h5. Alright, it's a blitz game. I just gotta pick one. I can't sit here thinking forever. Let's go a5. Okay, I think I need to play e6. Helps my bishop come out. Kind of prevents him from wanting to advance here. Okay, knight out covers that square even more, just stopping this move. So now bishop e7 in castles, or maybe bishop here. Bishop e7 seems more, I don't know, more solid. This seems more aggressive. Let's see where he puts this bishop. If this bishop goes here, then maybe I'll go here just to parry the hidden attack on my queen. Nothing like a double shot of espresso and some ice water to yeah, to waken you up, sharpen the mind. All right, hitting my light square bishop. I normally don't mind turning this bishop off, but normally I have pawns here and here. Maybe there's some merit to like keeping the bishop back here, for example. Not sure. Bishop here immediately is probably fine. This diagonal is longer, has more squares on it, more options. Stopping moves like queen c2. The knight's not really pinned, so keeping it on this diagonal wasn't really that big of a deal. Okay, so now the bishop can come here and actually pin the knight, and then I'm threatening stuff like knight here. I mean, immediately I'm threatening to win a pawn just by taking here. So yeah, putting the rook there was kind of nice because it made this move. It made bishop b4 like have more of a purpose. So now I assume he replies with bishop d2. That's what I would do here. I think here's white. And in that case, I would definitely castle. And if I was just to compare the white and black positions at that stage, I would say that you know, black has a little bit more active pieces. My bishops are better placed than his. And you know, I have the better pawn structure, so I think black is more than equalized. Okay, so he hasn't gone for that. Curious. Why in the world would he do that? So I'm just looking at taking here and then piling up even more pressure on the knight, so the bishop here actually doesn't even protect the pawn. Like I'm still threatening to win the pawn, even after bishop here. It gets rid of his pawn weakness. But if I castle here, he's just going to take my knight and give me a pawn weakness. So taking here, and I think this just wins a pawn by force, right? Or more, right? If he tries to take my knight or something. My king is still in the center, but what does he do about that? He doesn't really do anything. So yeah, I think bishop d2 is much better. Get all your pieces active. Don't move a piece a second time until your rooks are connected. Once your rooks are connected, then you can start thinking about stuff like this. Of course, having said that, I just moved my knight twice after not castling, but I think that was justified because he had already moved his knight twice. So, he was making a threat, right? I had to deal with this. So here I am dealing with it by playing 2 moves, wasting some time. But I think it's because I'm winning the b-pawn. Like, I'm just winning the b-pawn here. I don't think I'm missing any tactic here, right? Like, after I win the pawn, he's got this check here. I could just move queen back, and I'm fine. Just got the pass c-pawn at that point. Oh, queen back, oh, there's bishop b5, so I can't do that. So what would I do after queen a4 check? Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and then queen a4 check. I guess I would just play king f8, and then, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but there's check, man. You take the bishop, pawn takes, yeah, so queen a4 check is what I'm worried about. After I win the pawn. My queen's here, his queen's here. I guess I'll make that decision when it comes to it, because I mean, I need to. I feel like I have to win the pawn, but it looks like I'm losing the right to castle in this situation. Bishop here is actually maybe even more of a problem because the queen and bishop are coordinating. But I think king f8, and I'm just safe. I just got to figure out how to develop this rook. Maybe like h5, rook h3, and h5, rook g6, and king rook g. Yeah, rook h6, rook g6. So this looks a little bit scary, but I'm a pawn up. If I can survive, I should be okay. Famous last words. So rook here is a mate in 2 threat. But again, with the plan with the activating the rook actually defends against that. Threatening my queen. Okay. So I want to trade queens here, right? But I can't even find a way to threaten that. That queen here doesn't work. None of the other, spaces work for me. Nothing works to try to trade queens here. This doesn't work. Nothing along this file would work, right? This wouldn't work. Okay, so where's my queen actually going? That's another question. So square I could think about going to. Yeah, like I'm worried about queen a5 and then rook c7 followed by queen here. I guess bishop here just saves the day, but man, it's really looking ugly. That pawn may not have been the wisest pawn to take. Why does my music keep stopping? Streamlabs, you're making the same problem as Nightbot. Like, why does every single bot do this to me? It's so frustrating. All right, back to the position. Hmm. There's really only two options. There's queen here and queen here. Yeah, and then queen a5. Yeah, it doesn't look. I mean, it threatens the bishop, but maybe it's okay. Yeah, because on rook c7, I actually have time to take the bishop. It's not really a threat. Okay, I just gotta like not lose on time and try to defend this. Still need to play moves like this. Okay, what does that do? All right, certainly mate into here, right? Yeah, with the rook. Okay, so h5 now. And then after rook here, I have to play bishop back, I think. And then I'm losing this pawn. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah, I kind of gave away, like by trying to win that pawn, I really gave up my superior position, didn't I? Like the reason my position was better was because my bishops and knights, well, my knights were about the same as his, but um, that's annoying. All right, so king here. That doesn't actually help. So I think queen takes pawn actually helps because queen takes, take here, he takes here. The queen's guarding this square, which is the mate. Queen here, I go there. So I just take his pawn now. Threatening to take this with check. I could actually insert that instead of recapturing the bishop. So yeah, this was a serious oversight, I think, on his part. I'm trying to defend here as best I can. But I definitely feel that I'm losing here. Whoa, my opponent disconnected. What happened? Surely he doesn't think he's losing. Um, does he think he's lost? Like what? Because he didn't see that. Oh no, he just disconnected for some time. Okay, so yeah, rook here is what I was expecting. Putting more pressure on the c file. Also defending his rook because rook takes and, or sorry, bishop takes and then queen takes rook was an idea earlier. So I think I could just trade bishops now to help relieve some pressure. Does that actually work though? I don't know. Like king here is what I really want to do. Yeah, king here to get my rooks connected finally, and then maybe fight for the d file or something. So my king is relatively safe for once. Got this pawn defended. That's nice. I suppose he takes here, and then I'm gonna like get my rooks active, something like this. He's disconnected again. What is this behavior? I guess he's on mobile and he's not like in a very good cell reception area. That happens to me sometimes on the bus. I'll disconnect in the middle of a game because like I'm going through a tunnel or something like that, where you know, I can't help but lose my signal. But having it happen twice in a row, that's bad luck. I could win on time at this point. That could be a new strategy to try to beat this guy on the clock. I have a 2-to-1 advantage right now. What's the material situation? I'm like 2 pawns up right now. Yeah, but I'm about to lose one of those pawns. Oh, he's back with only 30 seconds left, though. Rook here might be an idea to hit the queen. I think I would just go check and then develop my rook. I also like the idea of taking this pawn and then thinking about, you know, tripling up here. But he's only got 8 seconds. I think he's just resigned at this point. Too many connection problems. I feel bad for the guy. Like if I was white here, I would try to win instead of disconnecting. I don't think he disconnected on purpose. That's a thing. Yeah, I did catch a break. I'm curious though. Like I'm 2 pawns up. Like this is one of those positions where it looks bad, but maybe the computer prefers black because black has more pawns. I don't know, because maybe the computer knows how to defend this really nicely. Computer says it's just about equal. Yeah. It's interesting that the depth changed from 22 to 18. I guess they changed that. Yeah, they must have changed that. Let me show you this analysis. Yeah, computer says this is equal. I definitely prefer white. I think white has more chances here. He's taking the pawn. Like I was thinking about, you know, trying to develop my rooks at this point, maybe hitting the queen. But he wants to play rook hd8. I guess to keep this pawn, keep this rook behind this pawn. I'm not sure. I wanted rook a d8 to put the rook on the f file to target this pawn, because queen here would be a fork, right? But my queen is always tied to this, so maybe queen here is a fork if this rook ever moves. I don't know. It seems pretty. Computer says it's equal. All right. Anyway. Swag God, you want to play a few games? Or you just want to watch for now? Hey, Rick. How's it going, man? Yes, I still have the uptime command. I've changed bots twice, but I still have that uptime command. Cool, man. Is it some kind of holiday in Finland now? That you're off? Or yeah, I'm trying to understand like what sort of break you have right now. Oh, Swag God has linked me to his game. Let me comment on this game. You got 6 days off. Wow. So I guess it's not a holiday. You just got some time here. All right. So Roy's playing. He's got the white pieces here. Looks like he's a piece up. Decent position. Could be dangerous though. Black's all lined up on the f file. But he's got the king that's open there. Yeah, but the extra knight's really all that matters here, I think. Yeah, simplifying now. Your knight should be more and more powerful. And you got the time advantage as well. Nice. 5 minutes to 2.5. Oh, looks like you joined the Daily Rapid. I was thinking about joining that tournament, and then yeah, I don't know. Okay, Streamlabs, you've got to stop this thing where you stop playing the music after every song. Hey Goat, how's it going? Okay, so white plays 92, hitting the rook, defending his own pawn, with the small downside of interrupting communication between his rooks. Okay, black moves his rook. Nice job hitting the defender there. Looking for more simplifications, but dropping a pawn in the process. I suppose it's just a trade. C7 is hanging, but black gets a strong deep pawn. That's it's passed, right? So it's the passed deep pawn versus the knight at this point. So if you're just joining me, I'm watching Swaggod's game here, commenting on it. He's playing against a higher rated player, Alec. Somehow he managed to win a piece. We missed that part of the game. All right, black's doing what he should be doing here, is pushing his d pawn. Knight d2 I don't agree with. I would have put my rook behind the passed pawn to stop d3. Because now black can play d3. But no, actually he can't, right? Because then rook d7 would win the d3 pawn. So again, looking for more simplifications. Oh, good. He's traded his last piece away. So now this is a very easy win. Next week I'm going to my final military service challenge, which translates to the end war. We fight against each other there. Ah, yeah, exercises. Like an exercise there. Nice. Like practice, right? Okay, there's only one way to avoid losing your A pawn. He doesn't play it. But probably, I like Roy's plan better. It's more active. He wants his own pass pawn. And he's getting it rather quickly here. So now all Roy needs to do is sack his knight for the pawn on the B file, and then make a pass pawn on the G and H files, and GG. G4, H4, H5, game over. Or you can also just move your king up to grab the G pawn. Yeah, that works too. Nicely done. The black king is offsides, and the white king wins. I have only 20 days until I'm free, and then I can concentrate more to chess. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What do you plan to do for money once you're out of the army? I guess the army paid you, right? What do you mean, GG, you're so bad? That was perfect, man. You did that great. I mean, you played that a little bit differently than I would have. But yeah, no problem at all with the way you played that. All right. You want to do like a 5-minute game or longer, like 10 minutes? What do you think, Swagod? $10-minute. Okay. Standard real time. We'll keep it casual on stream. That way, you know, I don't want you to get mad if someone like is telling me moves in chat or whatever. Okay, and now I'm going to be really open with this game. I was a stronger player that I used to play with who we would talk back and forth about the game while we were playing it. And he would tell me exactly what all of his threats were, what he was thinking. So So I'm going to do this like really openly. Like I know you're listening to the stream, and I want you to listen to the stream because I want you to see all of my threats, and I'll see if we can. We'll see if we can have a really good game here, where I don't win because I win your bishop or something like that. Okay, no problem. What am I drinking? No, this is iced coffee. Iced coffee. I was saying earlier, when I went on break, I went up and made a shot of espresso and then dumped that into some ice water, and that's what this is. So it's iced coffee. Why don't you make your move while you're going? Actually, I realized a while back on stream while I was taking a break that I could take my phone with me, and whenever I'm in the kitchen or whatever I'm doing on my break, I could actually play on my phone off stream, right? Like my phone isn't being streamed, but the game would actually be streamed. The game would still update on on my computer while I was playing on my phone. Try to do that with chess.com. It's not going to work. C4. Yeah, I play C6 against this. Eberg says, "This is good training. I also do like helping weaker players out." Yeah, yeah. I think so too, Eberg. I think it helped me out when I was playing. I was playing the stronger player. This stronger player, he was an expert at the time. He became a master a few years ago. So I improved and he improved as well, even more. Okay, so we're still in book here. Just playing a normal Queen's Gambit. I'm playing on the Slav defense, but I'll probably transpose into a semi-Slav. It's funny, like the semi-Slav always transposes from either the Slav defense or the classical Queen's Gambit declined. And the classical is where you play e6 first. So I like the lines better when I play c6 first. So that's why I do it this way. And of course, for those that don't know, the semi-Slav is where you have this all the pawns on the light squares in the center here. Yeah, so this is a fine move. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my pawn here now. So I've got the semi-Slav structure. And now the ideas are just like knight bd7, bishop e7, castles. Eventually take this pawn and then play for like c5. Push the queenside pawns, minority attack, that kind of thing. That's the plan. That's always the plan. Okay, bishop g5 before e3 invites an opening called what's it called? The Cambridge Springs. So I'll play knight bd7. If he plays e3, I will queen a5. There's an IM who streams on Twitch called I Am Rosen, Eric Rosen. He likes to play this opening as black, where he'll play queen a5, called the Cambridge Springs. So bishop g5 stops the main line that I like to play, where white plays e3 first, and that's called the Moran Semislav. And that's the book that I had that I showed on stream yesterday. So Roy's spending a lot of time here in the opening. I don't know if it's because he's busy doing something else, or if he's just trying to remember all the moves. Having trouble remembering. Don't let me win on time, Roy. We're on move 6. Six moves in 5 minutes. That's a much longer time control. 6 moves in 5 minutes. That's game 60. Okay, Queen B3. This is not a move I've seen on move 6 in the semi-slot before. Roy's taking me out of book with this move. World record speed. Yeah, right. All right. Although Swag God, you're breaking a rule by doing that, and it looks like you're allowed to break that rule because you're a mod. But try not to abuse your power, right? You want to set a good example as a mod. Especially if later you have to time someone out for breaking that rule. All right. Yeah, no all caps, please. All right, so Queen B3. So what are the good sides and the downsides of that move? So all I'm thinking is, you know, it applies more pressure on my D pawn, but that's not really an issue. It moves the queen. It blocks in his B pawn, right? So I'm not sure if I want to change my plans just yet, just because he's deviated. Usually I just go bishop e7 and castle, and that seems fine here. I could also go with bishop d6, but I think bishop e7 is better. So I'll go here. He's castled queenside. Holy cow. All right. Well, this could be an exciting game. Opposite sides castling is always fun. But man, you've already moved your c pawn. Castling queenside is risky. I gotta say that's a kind of a risky decision what you just did. Because you know, I think I told you earlier in that my whole plan was to do a queenside attack. So when my plan from move 3, right, is to move all my pawns forward to attack on the queen side, maybe it's better to go king side with your king. Okay. So what's next? I kind of like the idea of a6 b5. I can't play b5 right away. Although as a pawn sacrifice, it's not the worst one in the world, because it gives me the b file with my rook against his queen. So b5, c takes, knight takes, rook b8, and I've got his knight pinned, and there's an open c file against his king. Yeah, so I think I'll play b5 here. Heberg says, I also like playing semi-Slav, but you seem to know more theory than me, so I have quite a long question. If white plays e3 before developing a c1 bishop, isn't d6 a better place for my f8 bishop than e7? So that's a good question. I'm going to need to think about that for just a sec. Hang on. I'm trying to play this game as well, so maybe I can come back to that question. We can look at some lines with the Lichess board, and I'll let the grandmasters actually answer that question for you. We'll look at the theory itself. So how about that? So I just realized that rook b8. Yeah, rook b8 seems fine actually. He can't take my pawn because the knight's pinned. So rook b8, and I'm threatening a6. So Roy needs to do something about a6 here. Okay, so either he's not listening to the stream, or he played that a little bit too quickly. That is a good question, though. It's a question I'd like to know the answer to myself. Yeah, no, with the bishop stuck behind the e3 pawn, I think I almost always do play bishop d6, but for all I know, maybe you want that diagonal open for your queen or something. I mean, I would assume bishop d6 makes more sense the more I think about it. But yeah, let's answer that question concretely by looking at some Grandmaster games after this game. Okay, so he's taking my knight. I don't know that that changes the pin on the knight or the fact that I'm winning a piece. Yeah, so I think I'll take with a knight here because I want my knight to be able to jump in this way. It undefends my rook, but I don't see any threats that the knight can make that really make me taking his queen a problem for me. So I'm going to take with a knight. Okay, so he's being aggressive, but he's losing a piece. He's threatening this, but after knight takes, pawn takes, or bishop takes, let's say bishop takes, you know, he's certainly come here, right? But if he ever goes here, I can pin the queen to I can pin the knight to the king, and then that gives me time to move my rook. So he has 2 pawns for the piece, which is usually good for the side that has a piece. So I had the what do I have? I have a dark square bishop for 2 pawns. That's the material imbalance. I'm tempted by bishop a6, simplifying further. Seems like a good move. It also helps my rook come to the c file later. Let's go ahead and do that. So there's rook c8 and there's queen c7 here. No, rook c8 doesn't work because the rook's needed on this file for the queen. We got to keep this pin going, or else I lose my bishop. Okay, so he's trying to renew this threat of knight takes here. And again, I need to keep this pin. I have to keep this pin here. So the rook needs to stay on the b file. So rook b6. There's no a5 because of rook takes b5. Rook b7 is also an idea, but I like rook b5 because it also threatens rook takes c6. Incidentally, it also defends a6, so that's nice. Okay, yeah. Rook on the open file, that's a good move. Also defending your knight. I'm going to go ahead and simplify. Take the bishop. Okay, I'm going to put pressure on this pawn, I think. So he has 2 pawns for the piece, but the pawns are quite weak. being isolated and doubled like this. Okay, that stops me from taking the pawn right away. But I think long term though, I should be fine here. Like the knights are coming in, hopefully at some point. Okay, now if I just don't get back mated, I'll be okay. If I'm thinking about which kind of left I want for my king, h6 and g6 come to mind. Maybe g6 is a little bit better because this diagonal is open, right? So let's go with g6. So now rook c5 defending the pawn is not possible because of knight here with attacking. Oh, I suppose it is possible because he has rook c2. I was thinking that there was a double attack, right? Attacking the rook and the fork here. But yeah, rook c2 saves the day. Okay, let's just defend my rook. I'm threatening rook takes c3, right? Because he wouldn't be able to take back because he would lose the queen. So we're simplifying further. And Roy, I thought you knew, when you're behind a material, you're not supposed to trade so much. So I'm going to bring my knight here to win this pawn. Only a minute left. Okay, I'll take with the queen because I want to trade queens, obviously. My knight would rule the board. Okay, yeah. So I'm surprised you wanted to trade queens there. Now you gotta avoid the trades, Roy. Yeah, good game, man. Yeah, you definitely want to avoid trades when you're ahead or behind a material. Okay, let's see if I can go back to Heroic's question. That was a really good question. So let's look at this in the analysis board. All right, so I'm gonna flip the board. And we'll play these opening moves here. Actually, I'll go to Chrome and Me because so you guys can see some of the opening book here. Makes me really wish I had my analysis. You know what, guys? There's so few of you. How many people are actually here? There's 9 of you. I'm gonna do something really unprofessional. I'm gonna create a new layout live. Okay, so I'm gonna take my normal playing layout here, and then I'm gonna duplicate it. Duplicate. The name of the duplicate is going to be called Lichess Analysis. Yeah, so I haven't had my analysis thing since I built my new computer. So the analysis board is going to show. So how is this going to differ? Yeah, it is sketchy, right? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just make my logo disappear. The logo is going to disappear. There it goes. Chat is also going to disappear. For the moment, I may bring it back. All right, and then the clock is also going to go away. It's not a clock anymore, but what I'm going to do is make another one like the clock. So new display capture, and we're going to call this analysis moves. Okay, press OK, and we're going to do display 1 because I have 2 displays now. Press OK. All right, and this is going to look really weird. It looks going to look really bad. But yeah, all I have to do is crop this appropriately. So thanks everyone for bearing with me in this while I do this. So yeah, so I've cropped this the way I want it. Yeah, we don't need the buttons. And now we just need to take this and put it behind my camera. There, it looks a little better. And now maybe chat can fit up at the top. So does chat fit in there? Yeah, but it needs to be on front, right? So chat needs to be in front of there. More or less. It's not quite how I want it, but it's... You know what I could do is just size this down. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. Hey, that way my logo comes back. Okay, that's a good idea, right? So let's get my logo back. Beautiful. So here it says, the reason why I don't know so much Semislav theory is that I have heavily been studying some Sicilian lines. Yeah, okay. So you're just talking about your study time. I mean, those are not choices, right? You can't choose to play the Sicilian instead of the Semislav. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like you're just focusing your studies on the Sicilian as opposed to the black side of the Semislav. Yeah, I chose to stop studying the Sicilian because no matter how much I studied it, it seemed like the people who played against it just knew it better than me. Yeah, I mean, I did win quite a bit as black, but those wins were not in my style. Like it's too sharp. I'm much more positional. So yeah, the Caro-Kann feels much more at home to me than that. Can you guys actually read these moves, E4, D4, Knight F3 on stream? Like if you, hopefully you're at source quality, but if you're not, let me know if you can't read this. Like if you're at 360p or something like that. I don't even know if Twitch is transcoding, but I just want to make sure that these moves are all legible and that you guys are going to see what's going on here. So D4. So the Semislav D5, C4, C6, Knight F3, Knight F6, Knight C3, E6, entering the Semislav, and Roy, did I think is actually better, Bishop G5. And Heroic is asking about E3. So E3, you don't play the bishop out immediately. You play the more flexible Knight BD7, and then White has a bunch of choices here, right? So Bishop D3 would be like the classical Moran, where you take immediately on C4, and then they take, and then you have to go back after they play B5, right? So yeah, so the answer with the bishop is still not being answered yet in the bishop line. So I suppose it could depend on like where the bishop ends up. Like White has some options to go to G3 or back to E2. The main line is to go back to D3 though. But let's look at a move that I see on stream more often, which is Queen C2. And here, yes, the main move is Bishop D6. Okay, so that answers that question. When they play Queen C2 instead of moving their bishop, obviously you play Bishop D6. It just makes more sense. This is a more active square. There's no reason to defend the knight. So yeah. Okay, so after Queen C2, so now let's look at the other main move, which is Bishop D3. And in here, what you do is you win kind of a tempo by going this way here, B5, and then they go back to Bishop D3. And here, the two main moves still don't touch this bishop yet. The two main moves are Bishop B7 and A6. Because if the idea is to play C5, right? And the bishop doesn't need to move in order to support C5. But A6 helps defend B5 so that you can play C5. So that's kind of a more immediate move. This is what I've kind of switched to. It's playing A6 before Bishop B7. So A6, and yeah, either E4, A4, or castles. Actually, I see castles here all the time. E4 is so much better. E4 is actually tough to meet. Like you have to know a lot of theory here. So E4, C5, and then they go D5, and then C4. Yeah, and the bishop still hasn't moved yet, right? This is all still theory, and this is crazy. You get this isolated E pawn. And I've never had this line, but I fear this line as black. Like if I ever come across someone who knows the Moran well enough to go into this, I'm afraid, right? He has to move his bishop because we played C4. But he inserted this, right? If you were to take here and then go check this way, that's no good. Like you don't want to allow that. So we still haven't moved this bishop yet. Queen C7, castles, get the other bishop on the long diagonal. That's more important. Knight D4, Knight C5, and now finally, no, that's White's move. It's so interesting. The fight for the center here in this theoretical line is so much more important than developing in castling somehow. You can just get away with it. And then G6, Knight H6 for real? And now bishop g7. Okay, so that's kind of a comical line. Like, I've never seen the bishop go to g7 in the Semislav in my own games, but apparently that has happened and does happen. But let's not look at e4 because that's so rarely seen at our level. I think you're very rarely to come up against someone who knows e4 here. So let's go with the much more natural move, castles. And then here the main move is again c5. You're trying to open up the diagonal. And I've never seen a4, queen e2, b3. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't remember too many of my games that went this way. Anyway, I think long story short, the bishop is going to go to d6. Let's just follow the a4 line for a minute. b4, knight e4, bishop b7, knight takes, d takes, bishop takes. Okay, so that's nice. If they're nice and they capture your c5 pawn before you moved, then you can go to c5 in one move. So that's really nice. So you say, I know common Semislav theory, but because of the reason that the bishop is touched so late, I just wanted to know its place. Yeah, I guess it depends on what white does, right? If they take here, which let's look what happens if they don't take. So knight takes, and then instead of d takes c5, they go queen e2. Yeah, you're still waiting here, right? C takes, e takes, and now bishop e7, which is interesting. I think the reasoning behind bishop e7 here is because this is half open. Bishop d6 kind of blocks the queen's pressure on this pawn. With the isolated queen's pawn position, you want to do everything in your power to prevent d5. So the queen's control of d5 is actually kind of useful. Yeah, I mean, and what it does is it frees up some of your other pieces. So it depends on the pawn structure, I guess, mostly is the answer. But I think in general, like, as long as your knight's here and you know the queen's not active on the d file, then yeah, bishop d6 is totally fine. And the other line where we saw g6, we got that with tempo on the knight, then bishop d7 is fine. But yeah, bishop e7 is only an answer to bishop g5, I think. I haven't seen bishop e7 in any of these lines so far. Yeah, that's kind of fun, and this is a great tool. This analysis bar where you can look at the opening book. I was kind of rushing through that a little bit, but yeah, it shows you all the main moves and everything here. So I got a challenge here from someone, which is kind of funny. If someone wants to play, that's fine. Has this guy played enough games? Yeah. So this guy who's challenging me has only played 2 games. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for more games than that before a challenger can play me on stream. Okay. So Swag God, if you want to play again, or Hework, otherwise I'll just play someone. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, maybe I'll play a 3-minute game just to get more into the blitz spirit. You're not playing today anymore. Okay, yeah, it's getting late for you, I guess. Play one without me in a game. What does that mean? Bishop e7 is kind of a funny move. I guess it's stopping bishop g5. And bishop g4 is a mistake there because I want to play my pawn to f3 anyway. Play one without me. I'm in a game. Oh, I see. You're saying you're in a game, so I should play one without you. Gotcha. Oh, I need to get it. Yeah, okay, we're good. So my rating fell below 1800. My Blitz rating fell below 1800 this week. That wasn't fun to notice. What do I do now? I don't know. I need to keep up on the clock, basically. Yeah, Hebreak, I actually do the same thing. When it's real late at night, I don't play chess at all because of the way my sleeping habits work. Yeah, I'm just not comfortable playing so late at night. Like it gets me all wound up, and then I can't concentrate. Like I can't. That's not concentration. It's the falling asleep, right? Ah, come on. Why am I dropping pawns like this? Oh my god. Oh, you sent me a challenge? Okay, good. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just allowed all this stuff. Oh, he's starting mate. How do I defend against that? I have to go here? Yeah, he's got like 4 pawns. I don't have any. Like my only chance is to win on time here. I have like no moves. Wow. Yeah, I'm just dead. I don't have any winning material. Like he just has to prove that he can mate me in 20 seconds, which of course he can. All right, I'll resign. GG. All right, Swag God, it's your turn. Oh, so I barely know the rules. You were next, actually. I'll play you again. I'll play you next. Sorry, man. I thought that was someone that was the other person who was challenging me. They only had 2 rated games. Okay, so Roy's gonna play the King's Idiot. All right, so I gotta slow down. This is a 10-minute game, and Roy, I'll do the same thing where I'm talking about my plan and everything. So E4. Okay, so now, yeah, so now you have to play knight D8, which is awkward. All right, but this is a line I've seen masters play this way. I just yeah, I don't think it can be good for black. Usually after E4, everybody goes D6 to prevent E4. Sorry, E5 to prevent E5. Everybody goes D6. So usually it's not like something you want to do is move all the pawns in front of your king. I gotta say, king safety is so important, man. And be careful with that. There's that. I missed that. This knight here. We can just barely get away with that. This is not a good move to pin your own knight like this. But I don't see any immediate way for you to take advantage of that pin. So next I'll play someone called I Barely Know the Rules with a rating of 2360. And he wants to play Bullet too. I'm not really a Bullet player. Man, I'm playing someone with a Bullet rating of 2360 next. So he's better at Bullet than he is at Rapid and Classical, which is something I don't even understand. Like, I've never been better at Bullet than Rapid and Blitz. Okay, so Roy's getting low on the clock again. Yeah, Bullet is hard. Oh, you're winning a piece? This is check. Wait. Now I go here, there, there, there. So I get a couple pawns for it at least. That's not fun. Wow, you found a way to take advantage of the pin. Alright. You've never played Bullet Hierarchy? Well, it's actually fun. Like, I gotta say, I do recommend it. I mean, just for a way to have fun. It's not a serious way to play chess or anything. But so now you're the one that's up a piece this game. Yeah, nicely done. Hopefully I don't have to beat you on the clock or something. Surely I could find a way to get my piece back. We shall see. Like slower games and more when I want to have fun and just play Blitz. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Swagod is playing all the right moves. Look at this. He's doing so well. He's beat me before. I think he beat me one time in the past. No, twice. He's beat me twice in the past. Yeah, he worked with the classical games. That's really nice. Yeah, I think when you were watching me, I was playing more classical on stream. I haven't done that too much in a long. I haven't done that quite a while. But I at least like to keep it up to rapid. Rapid's not my favorite time control. Oh, so now I can take here? Yeah, I think I'm winning some material back now. Okay, so now the material's even again. Well, he has an extra pawn, I guess. But I'm really behind in development, so he's still winning basically. That's the way I'm evaluating this. It's not easy for me to get active too, either. Like this is really awkward. Maybe knight here to be able to move my bishop. Let's try it. He's got this though. If he stays on this diagonal, like if he goes here. Maybe if bishop here, I still have bishop here because he can't go here because I just take and then I can move my knight. Oh right, there's that pawn. True. Okay, so I'm like 2 pawns down now against Roy. But I was a piece down earlier, so we'll see how this pans out. And I'm getting my pieces active again. So I can go here. It's a nice little skewer. Kill shot. Goat with the request. I'm not familiar with that song. So is it better to take with the bishop or with the rook? It's the question of the day. I kind of like the bishop actually. Okay, that's pretty it's pretty obvious skip right there. Goat, yeah, I don't allow song requests with bad language like that. Sorry, man. If there's a clean version of that song, like this played on the radio, then you can request that. But so what to say about this position? Black has the queenside pawn majority, 3 against 2. Both of our kings are relatively exposed. But it is sort of an in-game, so checkmate, while it's a possibility, is kind of rare and unlikely. Okay, I think I'll take the bishop and then take this pawn. So now his extra pawn is gone. But he still has the advantage, though, because his d-pawn is passed. So I don't have a passed pawn yet, and he does. So I would still prefer the black pieces from this stage. Okay, I'm gonna blockade this, and I'm also eyeing the HH square. So I wonder if you guys can actually skip. Like I'll vote to skip my own song here. Oh wow, that's amazing. So all three of us voted to skip something that was actually in my thing. So yeah, 3 people voting to skip actually skips the song. So that's something to remember. This is a much better song request. I like this. Who's coming down to the wire in this game? Oh, I just lost this pawn. What am I doing? Wow. I'm just not playing very well today. This is crazy. Now he's a pawn up again. I had time to think about that, and I just didn't use it. So weird. So now I'm basically just fighting for a draw here. If I can make it, somehow. Hmm. Oh, I totally missed. Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is a draw. I think Swigod, I'm not sure if Swigod knows how to draw this or not, so I'm gonna keep playing on. But yeah, so we'll see what happens here. You only have a minute left. You got to keep playing, man. Sorry. I'm ruthless. Sorry, man. White wins. Didn't quite play that correctly. Unfortunately. GG, man. Should have been able to hold a draw there. Yeah, good game, man. Good game. GG. Yeah, like I was lucky to win that, man. You played that middle game so much better than I did. Wow. Well done. Yeah, it's just end game skills, I guess. Like, I mean, I gave you that pawn and still somehow managed to deal with that. All right, so I barely know the rules challenged me to a to a to a to a 1 minute game. So here we go. He wishes me good luck, which I think I'll need. So here we go. I'm gonna try to play a blitz game, or sorry, a bullet game. Um, I just lost the exchange. Oh, he didn't take it. Wow. I'm just gonna lose on time at this rate. GG. He's 24 seconds left. This is ridiculous. He wants to play again. Okay, one more game. I can't get too involved in bullet. Oh, this. Oh right, I'm supposed to play bishop f4. God, I totally missed this every single time. I'm supposed to play bishop f4, not knight f3. Okay, so go here, then castle. Oh, that loses a pawn. My first big mistake, I think. Okay, so I got the pawn back actually. My rooks are active. My rook is active. Alright, let's trade this pawn for this pawn. Oh wait, that didn't actually work because my king didn't have any space. Crapola. What do I do here? Like, he's just gonna push his pawn all the way. And then I'm gonna go here. I have no idea. Can't, no, I can't do that. Shoot. I'm just losing a rook now. Oh, come on. Ah, unbelievable. 4 seconds left. No idea how to play this. It's just over. Yeah, GG. Wow. Man, I had an equal end game. I totally had an equal. You saw that rook versus 2 passed pawns. GG's, man. Ah. Like, I felt like I was doing fine in this middle game, and then we got to this ending, and he just, like, I didn't know how to stop his passed pawn. Like, I guess I needed to get both of my rooks behind his passed pawn, you know, so that he couldn't push it any further. And then both of his rooks would have been tied down to defending it, and then my king gets active. That was a much better plan. Putting my king over here to the side, to where I couldn't get behind the passed pawn, was terrible. I should have just kept it back, defending my a pawn. Yeah, let's look at that. Okay, so here, where was this? Yeah, so as soon as he gets behind the passed pawn, I needed to come here, and then do this. Oh, thanks for the follow. Nirvana Raymond. Was that you? Okay, so I didn't recognize your username on Lichess, but I do recognize your name on Twitch. So yeah, good games, man. Good games. All right, thanks for the follows, guys. All right, so let's so I don't know. There's not very many people here, but yeah, let's not do the viewer tournament thing. I think not enough people here, so I think I'm gonna so I'm just gonna change the title to just 10-minute chess. And then song request broke again. So I wonder if that's because whatever song I was trying to play before this wasn't able to be played or something. Like if I just can I just test something really quick? Yeah, it doesn't work. But normally it just skips past the song instead of just hanging there. I don't get that at all. All right. Yeah. So let me look at the computer analysis to make sure I understand this. I just want to make sure that this is a good move here. Yeah, computer even likes this move to stop it earlier. Oh, and now it's saying rook here. Yeah. So this is the move I was thinking it was rook here. So it likes a4, pushing my own pass pawn. Rook c3 is a second choice, and then king f1 is a third choice. Not too bad. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and play. Ba-ba-ba-da. What time control should I like? Let's play some more 10-minute, just like the title says. All right, here we go. 1891. D4, D5. C4, C6. Knight F6. So E3 first. It's kind of a weird move order. And Bishop D3, so early. Wow. Okay. I can actually get my bishop out here early. Like, this never happens to the semi-Slav. Yeah, don't make this move order as white. This is bad. Because allowing my bishop out to come out so early was just not good. He needed to put pressure on the d-pawn. So that I had to play e6 and stuff. Okay, Hirik. Have a good night, man. Maybe I'll see you on Monday and Tuesday. Oh, I forgot to play a6. What am I doing? He's probably wondering why I gave up the b pawn. Yeah, I played that way too quickly, and I forgot my moves. Like a6 is a thing you have to do in the Semislav in order to play c5 because otherwise the b pawn hangs. Oh, he's also got this, but I just take that. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take here. I think he just lost a piece. That's not the way to play. Yeah. Like he just let me have this knight for free. Now all he had to do was take my pawn there, and he was winning. Instead, he goes for all this. Can't do this because of these pawns coming forward. So I think bishop here first. And then my knight can come out and the bishop and the rooks can become active. Why is he trading off all of his rooks when he's a piece down? Maybe he doesn't understand that he's a piece down yet? Like, alright. So Capablanca said when you're playing against your opponent's bishop, you want to put your pawns on the same color square so as to limit the bishop's options. I can't disagree with Capablanca, that's for sure. So I'm going to go for actually g6 and go this way. I thought I was going to go over here on the queen. There's no play on the queen side really because it's 2 versus 2. This could be something for me because of the way he's fixed his pawns here. Like this pawn doesn't protect this one, right? So I think g6 will actually allow me to create a pass pawn this way. So I go here. And his king can't defend. Like he needed to be able to defend this pawn with something other than... oh wait. So that actually works, doesn't it? Because now... Yeah, he can take back with this way. But I think I have check here, right? I can do this and then check here. So check, and now he's not defending this pawn. I take, and I get a pass pawn here. And basically, my knight needs to come over here to hold this h pawn. He'll get a pass h pawn. I get the pass d pawn, and my knight needs to come back over here to defend his h pawn. And I should be able to make progress. Plus, his king's going to be too far away to defend the light square pawns. So I'm going to go here. And you notice this nice wall formed by my pawns. His king can't get past that. So I'm going to go here now. And just attacking this pawn. He can't defend it, so he's going to have to trade here, and I win easily. So yeah, all I have to do is just eat this pawn and then eat this pawn, and I'm done. His king has to stay on this, you know, looking at the square, or else I queen. Good game, Bahad. So we were both playing pretty quickly there for a 10-minute game, but yeah, I think let's go to analysis. I want to see that opening that he played, whether or not that was a real thing, because I've never seen that before, where they just completely neglect their knights. Okay. So from the start, let's look at the opening book. Okay, yeah. So this has been played quite a bit. Knight f6. So bishop d3, there's 200 master games in this line. And looks like the #1 reputation is e5. Wow, e5 here. So how does e5 work? Like, you're just giving away a pawn, right? D takes c5, and then what? D takes c4. So what's wrong with taking this pawn? Help me out, Stockfish. Takes, knight here. Oh, winning the pawn back. And I guess black is better for this endgame because he's going to castle and connect his rooks faster. 91. Take here. Tempo on the bishop. Yeah, black has a lead in development and an easier game here, I think. For sure. Yeah, it's an interesting game. Okay, so e4 is definitely an interesting possibility. That e5, actually, that I would have never considered. So e5 taking here is played much less often and gives white better chances. The second best move is e6. Still not very good though. Yeah, e5 is the thing to know here. So let's look at some more lines in this, because I definitely need to learn something in this line. All right. So knight c3 is the main move here, instead of taking. And then you play e4. Oh boy, look at this. Queen c2. This is beautiful. Bishop d6. And then f3, challenging the pawns. You just take here, and then white gets this this weak pawn on e3. And you castle. Castle. Rook e8. Looks like the main move is queen e1 here. The computer likes white, actually. So wait, what? But the computer line is something different than the opening, actually. Like, the opening book is going queen e1, but the computer likes c takes. So c takes, knight g5. Well, that's interesting. You win a pawn because the knight's not defended. You go here, and the knight check wins the... The computer wants to sack? Queen takes g4? Queen takes g4 is apparently good for white. I don't understand this. Oh, you're winning the queen back. Aha. And if you didn't go this way, it was mate. Holy crap. This game. But this is an endgame now, and white's up a pawn. Yeah. So this is no good. Let's go back. So f3. I still like e takes and knight takes. Castles is fine. Castles. Rook e8. Queen. Oh yeah. So c takes d5. C takes. Knight g5. See, black played all the computer moves here. King takes. Knight g4. Queen takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Yeah. So like, this is a forcing line that gives white an extra pawn. We're not a pawn down here. Like, we're both down one pawn. How did that even happen? Not queen e1. C takes. Traded pawns. Still equal pawns. So now black is a pawn ahead. Oh, I see. He won both of these pawns. Got it. Huh. Whoa. That was drastic. Okay, so anyway, so that's not like a fun line actually. E5. So, but apparently most of that wasn't forced. So D takes. We already looked at that. Knight C3 is the main move, and you're supposed to pin the knight instead of playing E5. Pin the knight or knight BD7. Yeah, this is looking better. So I think the mistake was allowing this. Yeah, it looks really nice, but man, doesn't quite work. Okay, let's play another game. Maybe there's a 10-minute tournament that I can join. What time is it? 4:30? Yeah, I should probably just play one more game and sign off. Okay. It's my opponent's turn. 1939. He's played a bunch of games. Handful. He's relatively new to the server. So we're covering more Stanislav now. So now we're in the Moran. The mainline Semislav. This is a positional idea. It's a pretty good one too. It helps to delay this capture basically. Probably want to play b3 and whatnot. So I'll take here now. b5. Usually bishop here. Okay, back this way. So this is a move covered by an earlier chapter that I've already read, but I don't. It's not that I remember everything about that. That's the problem with reading books like this. You remember them and then you don't after some time. So I'm not sure if actually e5 is the correct answer to e4, but we'll play it. Just see what happens. Castles. Here you go. Oh yeah, doing more song requests. Nice. As long as you love me. Oh boy. That's a song that I've heard way too many times. Let's develop my bishop. Ah, he has a point actually. Once this file opens up, this is really good for him. And this is a fork too, so he's just winning a piece no matter what. Right? So what's better, down a clean piece or down a rook for a queen? I guess being down a piece is better. I don't want to give him a pass pawn though, so I shouldn't just move my knight or my bishop because, well, I shouldn't move my knight because then he'll get a pass pawn on d6. I should take that, and then allow knight takes, and then I gotta like unpin my bishop basically. So queen here is next. I think I have to play knight b1 here, which is... Oh, no, he can actually play knight a4. But I think I'm winning this pawn. Yeah. So let's take this pawn while I can. I have a pawn for the piece now. Hmm. So I'm getting a bunch of activity, actually. My position is improving, like, really dramatically. So I'm going to go with the rook. If I take here, he's going to take here. Then I have this, and then this. My bishop's stuck here. It'd be nice if I had bishop a6 check in that line. Hmm. Oh no, is my rook trapped? I have no safe squares for my rook. Ouch. I did not see that coming. Okay. Well, it's almost time to resign. I think I can go queen here, and maybe actually, yeah, that gives me a square for my rook. What do you do with fast pawns? You push them. Hmm. Oh my god, my queen was attacked. How do I miss stuff like that? Like, for real. Like, I'm a good chess player, right? I'm decent at this game. And then I missed that he's attacking my queen. It's so comical. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. Especially when I'm live on the air. Oh, it's amazing. GG, man. GG, Federico. Wow. And with that, I'd like to say thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's nice having you here. We'll see you guys next time. I'm live again Monday and Tuesday, same time, 2:30 Eastern U.S. time. So that's 8:30 Central, 7:30 GMT. Thanks again for watching. See you guys later.